Alright, so the lady at the top left corner, that's Afena's mama. Dad was Timothy. Timothy stays in Atlanta. So, allegedly this her daddy. You kind of see the same, man. Kind of see the crazy, you know?
Family member of Afeni Muhammad reached out to me and asked me to share some kind of personal details about Afeni's life. It may have caused her to act this way. Now, I gotta say this, I'm not sharing this to change anyone's opinions about the situation, because regardless of what Afeni has been through, Jennifer should not have had to pay for that. Anyone shouldn't have had to pay for that. So this is not an excuse for Afeni. It's just giving you more details of why she is the way she is. And we kind of already knew just from the looks of a few of her videos that she's kind of had a rough life. A lot of people were also wondering where Afeni's family was. So her cousin does clear that up, and Afeni actually does have family that loves her. She said, since you like to share stuff, please share this about my little cousin Afeni. She had an abusive father and was homeschooled all her life and had to stay locked in rooms as kids, and they weren't really able to socialize with the outside world until they turned 18. Their dad was a strict Muslim, and each kid left home one by one with all different mental issues. I blame her parents because her mom should have been there. My cousin is only 26. She is from Maryland. What the hell is she doing in Michigan? I saw her in Landover 2 to 3 years ago. I had to get her number, but I didn't just think she would up and leave to Michigan, away from her family. We can't get to her, nothing. She snapped. She is very smart and kind and can draw her butt off. She had talent. I don't know why this had to happen to her. So if all of this is true, then it does explain a lot, but it's still just no excuse for 6 children to be without their mother. The whole entire situation is sad from both angles.
Okay, so apparently I'm late on this. Like real late. I have no like okay, so in the comments, I guess this is what people were talking about when she was like locked in rooms. And she's from Maryland? Actually, this is my first time hearing that. If her dad was doing that to all the kids and all of them left with some type of mental issues, then her other siblings and her mom and her cousin, they see this and of course they feel a type of way about this whole thing. But I'm pretty sure one of the things that they feel is not surprised that she did this. You can say that they do safely can say that they do have a disdain for the dad. Like nobody fucks with the dad at all, period. Not the kids, not the mom, not the cousin, not nobody. So the dad is out here solo dolo or doing whatever. He's alive out here somewhere seeing this whole thing go down. And he knows damn well that he's partially responsible for this. You know, like the lady in the video, hey, I'm not taking the blame for her. But as you can see, this might be more directly connected to what he did regarding her mental health growing up. So all the siblings leaving out the house with some type of mental health issues. And if this is actually her actual real cousin that's saying this about her, man, on top of that, she might have already had some type of mental disabilities already going on with her, and then put that on top of it. It's, oh my God, Pops, man, what the hell was you doing? Here's the thing that got me about this message specifically. Me and this person that's supposedly her cousin, if you're watching this and you actually are a cousin, my bad, I just don't know. Me and you actually have the same kind of concern about her teleporting all the way to Michigan, which is very weird because if you look, when she's like, okay, till they're 18 years old, she gets out the house, she starts working, right? I don't know what age she started working, but she worked at like BJ's, Bojangles, Taco Bell, 2 different McDonald's locations, and I think a couple other places somebody mentioned or something, maybe something like that. But those were some of the places that she worked, that she was mentioned, like working at in her early 20s, right? That was in her early 20s. And then she was already getting into situations like right out the house. In her early 20s, she got in a Taco Bell situation or whatever, somewhere in Virginia. Okay, so maybe the stabbing happened with the boyfriend after the Taco Bell because she was on probation for that. After that situation, she somehow teleported to Michigan. I don't know if she just like ran away to Michigan. She had nowhere to go. You know, she didn't want to live with her dad, so I'm pretty sure she just ran away from the area completely and just dipped up to Michigan somehow. I don't know if she took a bus up there or got a ride for somebody or what. That's the only mystery. Like, there's some timelines, there's some stuff that's blank. Of course, we don't be nosy and try to like track somebody's whereabouts, track their whole life to like where they were like the whole time they existed, right? We don't know everything about this girl. There's gonna be some blank spots. Like, we don't got, this is not China, you know what I mean? So we can't track her every move. And I'm saying it is kind of weird. I'm weirded out, just like the cousin, that like, how the hell did she get to Michigan in the first place? So when she got to Michigan, I guess she immediately started I'm assuming she started working at a McDonald's location there whatever happened at that location, wherever she was living at. You can scroll back on her Instagram and try to pinpoint what room that was, how she was like setting up the FO studio. So I don't know. Whatever happened at that last McDonald's, she went to the new location, you know, that she was last working at, and this stabbing incident happened. And before, she lived with the guy that apparently supposedly missing, the old guy with all those problems, and she was having all those problems with him. People were suspecting that she might have killed him, and now the body's hidden. Nobody knows still, right? So that's even a mystery of who she was staying with before she moved into the room to rent out from that guy. If the cousin isn't lying and the cousin's telling the truth and this person's actually her cousin, yeah, part of this is a result of bad parenting, because I don't know what would have happened if the dad didn't impose those strict rules on her to lock her in rooms. And if everybody left with mental problems, then yeah, I got to put some of the blame on the parents. Not taking any blame away from her, but yeah, the dad fucked up. Yeah, he fucked up.